Hello and welcome to this next tutorial in Pygame. So today we're going to look at making a very simple explosion. So when our car crashes, we want it to explode. There's lots of different ways of doing this. We're going to look at one of the very simplest ways, which is to simply load a new image to go over the top of the car, an explosion image, once a crash has occurred. So to do that, we're going to first start off by creating another function, which we're going to call explode. So we're going to pop that in at the top of our code here, making sure the D is on the far edge of the screen. Now you can see here I'm taking in two values, two parameters, X and Y. So that's going to be the X and Y position of the car. What we next want to do is load into a variable the image that we want to use. So we give the variable a name. I'm going to call it boom, and we're using pygame.imageLoad, and this is a PNG I've just downloaded, and that is in the same folder as my game. So make sure any image you download isn't in your downloads folder, it isn't in your pictures folder, it is in exactly the same folder as your code. So once we've done that, we then need to get that onto the screen. So we're going to use screen.blit for this, as we have done previously for other images. And there's the line of code we need. So it's going to blit the boom image to the screen in the X and Y coordinate. Now, finally, we need to think about when we want that bit of code to be activated. So we're going to need to call this subroutine when there's been a crash. So the obvious place for that is in our collision detection code down here. Now, we don't want to call it after the game over subroutine's been called, because we want it to explode before the game quits. So we're going to pop it in just here after we stop the music. So we're going to crash, you'll hear the crash sound, and then the image will get loaded. Now if we run that, we'll see what happens at the moment. We're not quite there, we're going to have to do one more thing, but let's see what we've got at the moment. So if I bring that in here, we can start playing our game. There we go, and we crash. Now you'll notice the explosion isn't exactly where we want it at the moment. It's sort of a little bit down on the y-axis and a little bit to the right. So we can quickly fix that very easily by going up to where we're drawing it to the screen in our new function. And we can just say we want it to move to the left a little bit. So we're going to minus 60 off the X coordinate to bring it back over the car, and it was a little bit low, so we want to move it up the screen. So if we minus 60 off the Y, that should be about right. So if we play the game again, have a quick look, and let's have a go and see if we've now got it where we want it. There we go, and we finish. So there we have it. We can now load in another image over the top of an image we've already got on the screen, and because of the order we're drawing it, it hides the car and we have a explosion. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye for now.